Oh yes, it's Nick Shell. Good morning. It's the reboot of my channel here. Here's what I gotta talk about today, because this is what's happening in real time right now. I am on drugs right now. I'm doing this thing high right now. That's what's going on. I am flying. I feel it. I'm flying. I'm floating. And I'm really focused on everything. I'm getting stuff done. I'm gonna go ahead and apparently do my early voting and just vote for the president tonight. Who am I gonna vote for? Do you know? Yeah, you do. And wow, I'm just getting so much done. Now, like I said, I am high on drugs right now. I wanna tell you the drug that I'm high on right now. Give you a hint. It is the most widely used drug in the world, and yet it's not regulated at all, meaning it's never illegal. You can just get as much as you want to. It's cheap. You can get it anywhere you want to. Again, unregulated, yet it's addictive, and it's got some effects going on. I can feel it. I haven't done this drug in over 3 years. September 2013 was the last time I did this drug, and I guess I'm gonna try to start doing it again. Did you guess it yet? As if the title didn't give it away. Caffeine. If I was a Mormon, I would have to repent or something, because you know, Mormons can't do caffeine. They recognize that it's an addictive drug. And I had a Mormon friend, and I remember she had told me about that. So yeah, I haven't done coffee in over 3 years. And here's why I stopped, because I did realize that it was an addictive, unregulated drug. And I realized that Starbucks, and of course I Googled this right before I did this, but a cup of Starbucks apparently has about 9 times as much caffeine as a can of soda. So like, compare that to Coca-Cola. It's like having the caffeine of 9 cans of soda. Or I've also, other research that I've done has shown me that 1 cup of Starbucks coffee is equal to about 3.5 times the amount of caffeine in a normal cup of coffee, which I Googled that, and I simply just did instant coffee is all I did. Just instant coffee with a little bit of pecan milk, hence the veganism. And whew, do you feel that? I mean, like, I'm like really tired. Like, I haven't got much sleep because, you know, the infant and all that. But I feel like Weekend at Bernie's. Like, I feel like I'm fully aware and conscious, but man, this is really weird. Drugs, man, drugs. So, as far as, let's talk about the pros and cons so far. This is really weird. So, bad things about it, obviously, I'm allowing myself to have drugs again in my body. Other thing, there's the aftertaste of coffee that I'm not used to. Of course, I don't know that the aftertaste is any better than the taste in my mouth anyway after I brush my teeth and come to work, drive an hour. Here's some vanity for you. My pant size, since I became a vegan 3.5 years ago, has been a 31. I went from like a 33 to a 31. Comfortably 31. But after when my wife got pregnant and I started eating more of the, you know, vegan ice cream and, you know, vegan chocolate, stuff with a lot of fat in it, those 31s haven't been as comfortable since then. And but I did think that there was this 6-month span after I became a vegan and I stopped caffeine. That was the same year, about 6 months apart. And I was slimmer than ever, and those 31s were just so comfortable. And so I think a vain side effect of this is that if it regulates my metabolism, or I'm eating less, whatever it is, because I eat too much. I've said that before. As a vegan, I consume more calories than I need to be healthy, and I know that. And I think that's why, one of the reasons I like being a vegan is I can eat as much as whatever I want to, and it's really fine. I'm not going to get fat. However, it can make the difference in my size 31 pants being comfortable or not, right? So I think maybe I can get to a higher place on that. Have I said yet that I feel so high right now? Like, and that's just the 1 cup of coffee. There's a regular cup of coffee. So here's the thing. I'm clearly experimenting with drugs, you know, today and now. And it's because I'm not getting enough sleep. And imagine my life. In a perfect world, I would have this YouTube channel and dedicate my life to it. Like, that's all I'd have time for. That's all I would be doing. But you have to remind yourself, unlike you, I'm older than you. I'm 35 and a half as of last week. 2 kids, including an infant. I work full-time. I'm a manager at a company where I help the company save money. And I've got all that going on. Plus, obviously, I'm an involved dad. I'm very involved in my kids' life. So by the time I get home and do all my stuff, and then my wife falls asleep, you know, I don't have the same kind of time that other people have to do these videos. So it's like, you know what? I want to stay more focused and dedicated to building my channel here, making things interesting. So hey, why not do drugs, right? It's illegal and it's unregulated. Boy, this is gonna have to, it's gonna take some getting used to for this. So yes, this is me on drugs, and we'll see how I do with this. But I'm very tired and I'm very high right now. Again, on caffeine. I want to close this video by reminding you that caffeine is a drug. It's addictive, and it can mess with you like it is for me. I am not feeling like myself right now. I'm not saying it's good or bad. This is just this is drugs. And isn't that great for Starbucks, because they're capitalizing on this. They're putting more caffeine in their coffee, like at least 3.5 times much, just for an extra 1 cup of coffee, and they're making all this money off of it because it's unregulated and it's addictive. So they know that if there's no regulation on how much caffeine's in their coffee, they can just jack up the caffeine, and yeah, they charge more for it and make it seem classy. What am I gonna do? Like, at first I was kind of like freaking out. Like, it's messing with my nervous system. If you haven't had caffeine in 3 years and then you suddenly have it like this, whew, okay. So that's what I have to say. This is me high on caffeine.